Diner, what do we got on Diner score here? All right.
I shall have the iced tea and the frankfurter.
Oh, look at it going around.
Really?
Ah.
All day.
Order up.
I think I just played like 20 songs in 15 seconds. Just enough to not get a copyright strike. What's the score on this one?
Whoa, heading forward.
All right, got ball one locked, guys.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock.
No! Did you see that crapola?
I didn't. I was looking up the score. 4 million is what you need to break. You got 3 million.
If that 1% tip? Wait a minute.
1%.
20% or get out of here.
It makes more sense back in the day of like, I don't know. Anyone in chat can enlighten us. Were you there for the older days? Do you remember how much you used to tip? You know, because I don't know if tipping has changed. But I think
1%. I don't think there was ever 1%.
1% seems a little egregious. Of
Wait,
like
1% on your like 50-cent hamburger?
Is that a crap budget? Yeah, Dark. I don't like how close.
You know what? I do not like the 1% tip, guys.
No server should accept a 1% tip. That's an insult.
Yeah, that's done on purpose because you didn't like the service. Because, like, it's one thing not to leave a tip, but to leave a really small tip is actually, if you really didn't like your server, like they just were horrible to you. Maybe they tried to spit on your children or something. Right? You leave them a 1% tip. That's how you let them know you didn't like them. I want to see that coming out of the cash register at the end of the night.
All right, got up the ramp. Hit all the targets and couldn't save it. Let's see if I can, number 4. All right, what is... Oh, come on. That was... Yeah, for ball 2, that's what it feels like, man.
Are you going to be entering the world's lowest score on this table?
Yeah, I think so. Extra ball. Adventure.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of sucks if you get an extra ball on a shitty run. Yeah. It's almost like I would have rather not gotten it and then got it when I actually was doing well. But it does give you the opportunity because a lot of times in pinball you only need really one good ball. You know, consistency between balls is difficult.
Exactly.
A lot of times it's like my first ball was great or my second ball was great, but the rest of them are drainers.
Damn it.
That's what I'm calling them now, drainers.
Drainers.
Drainers. Drain my snake.
That's dirty.
It's not. I got a snake and he's got too much venom. Have you ever seen them do that where they drain the venom out?
Yeah, you gotta drain the snake. Literally.
I was watching on Thanksgiving. I was watching Survivor Series, old Survivor Series.
I don't know if I got that score in.
And they were showing when Macho Man Randy Savage
it.
was bitten. He was actually literally bitten for real by Jake the Snake's Damien. And like, yeah, it was, it didn't have venom anymore, but the snake was biting on him. It still had teeth, and he's all bleeding like that. And I'm like, man, how much coke do you think he did? He's like, oh, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Yeah, let that bite me. All right, let's see. Hey, that puts you in last. I thought it was gonna put you in second, but it does not. All right, guys. We're doing our transition between different pinballs. The physics obviously are gonna be different on this. All right, there we go. There's another good two good shots in a row there. And then I drain.
It sucks to suck, brother.
I had when I was a bad teenager, they're just like, you're wasting your life down the drain. And look at this. It took a lot of years.
But I
it's
finally
true.
understand.
Yeah, it's finally true.
I'm literally putting my life through the drain.
This song should just be changed to the Happy Days song, because that's what it is.
We might actually get a copyright strike on this one.
I don't know if we
Fuck
can get
'em.
strike. We can't get strikes. We can only get.
They'll mute the
muted,
channel.
yeah.
They'll just mute it.
Can you guys hear the music? Let us know.
Yeah,
Actually,
Dark.
you can listen. It would still.
Yeah, it'd still come through.
Yeah. Maybe just on VOD. It's not the live. It's doing it for the recording is what the problem is.
Yeah, probably. In which case, we can just take the raw recording and say, fuck them.
Oh, here it is. Extra ball.
Extra ball,
I
everybody.
smashed my hand. There's a TV above me, and I just smashed my hand on it. You guys can't see this drop-down TV, but this area is not a good area. If you want to raise your hands like Rudy because you're excited about something, you won something, some sort of sporting event, you can't do it here. At least not standing at the pinball. At least not standing at the pinball, you cannot.
Nope. And with all the equipment that we have in the stream, it is absolutely unnecessary to flail your limbs around. Thanks, Dark, for letting us know that it still sounds great. I think it sounds a lot better hearing through the headphones of like, there's a little bit of a stream delay, which is pretty interesting, but...
All right, another ball lock. Texas chili and fries. That guy died that night.
Heart attack. But you know what I do want? A cheeseburger with Texas fries. That sounds... Sounds perfect. Ooh. I see you trying to shoot for that ramp. You're just not quite making it up there.
I made it. I was trying to do the thrice. I got it twice, but not
Ah.
thrice. Man, I did a lot of stuff and got not a lot of score. 3% tip though.
3% tip. Yeah, baby. Making money now.
Number 4. It's a poo. He just ordered. There it is.
There we go. Cup bonus.
$1 million. That's pretty good on this table. 2.5 million.
Yeah.
That's gonna probably get me to a new high score. It is. So that net, I'm keeping the streak
Keeping the streak.
every table so far. Today's special, start multi-ball. They have like every stereotype at this. There's like the Mexican guy, the cowboy. There's an Indian guy there. What is that music?
Oh, the Indian
And
music.
then we got a German. No. I got a replay score.
There you go. There you go.
Nope, I saw
Nah,
it, I
straight
knew it,
drain.
and I did nothing. That was only ball 2.
That's not bad for ball 2.
I need my phone though because we don't have the luxury we had on the
Oh,
last
for sure,
ones.
for sure. Good call on ball 2. Good call. Good call. No, but this immediately beats your high score. But don't let this ball suck.
I shall have the iced tea and the frankfurter.
You almost got all the targets.
Really, I haven't all day.
That drum solo was very bizarre. It's not 50s at all.
I think that's just that's specific to the table.
Sure.
This is an alt soundtrack anyway. This wasn't obviously in the real table.
Okay.
So when you ask, when we start this, and you're like, what, that big, huge white program that opens?
Right.
That's called pin sound. So if people have, for real tables, it just so happens to work for this as well, made their own soundtracks or call-outs for tables,
All right.
and you can download them online for free.
Sweet.
And so as soon as it recognizes this table, it replaces the music.
Dummy dum 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 dum.
Copyright infringe. Mint.
Gonna get mute. Gonna get.
But here's the
gonna
thing:
get,
this
gonna
would be
get
this would be
muted.
in the public
Gonna get-
domain now if it wasn't for Disney, because this is 70. You know, some of these songs are 60 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
But guess what? Disney screwed us.
So is Universal Music. Universal Music.
Fats Domino.
Yeah.
You know, it was a shame too.
All right, let's get my business going.
I shall have the iced tea and the frankfurter.
Damn. Damn.
Really, I haven't all day.
I'm really trying to shoot for that target, and I'm just not making it up there.
Really, I haven't all day.
Order up.
I'll have the Texas Julius fries. Hurry up, partner.
I'm trying to hit that last target. I don't care about my points, I care about accuracy here. That's a little too soon.
Hurry partner.
Got it. Trying to get up the ramp.
Hurry up, partner.
Remember, we got two more
Oh.
tables for you guys. We got Godzilla next, and then we have after Godzilla, we have Darkest Dungeons, the full version of that.
Which we played recently,
yeah.
and we actually had the developer come on when we were playing the table. It was a great time. You guys definitely have to check it out. I believe that's been uploaded to YouTube, so
Yeah.
you can check out our interaction there.
Yeah, we had one of the guy whose main idea was to do it. He was the guy who was trying to do the table to begin with, and then he had some of the top virtual pinball makers came in there. Merlin, who's really good at the scripting and stuff. If you guys were to look, maybe one of these times we'll show on a stream some of the back end stuff. Do a little history. If you guys can see the scripts that run on these, they're insane. Like, if then this happens, it's like literally you need to know how to write a script, like a
Right.
computer script. Like,
All right, ball 3.
and you already got a better score than you did. You got past second place. There you go.
Hey, I'm doing consistent too. Of like, I may not be beating high scores, but
I mean,
I'm improving.
you just said you can't say I'm improving and I'm consistent.
No, I'm not
There-
consistent. I'm improving.
Yeah, you
Consistently
don't want to
improving.
be consistent because you've been having low scores.
Yeah, this is a low score.
And your shoes get so hot.
There we go.
All right, let's see if I can get the consistency here, guys. Am I going to do a high score? It doesn't. Consistency between tables, I got. Consistency between balls, I do also have. But can I continue that? I cannot, based on a $6,000 ball. 61,000. Sorry. 63 total. All right. Got to be realistic there. Like 63,000 is better than 6,000, but it's not as good as 6 million.
I'll have the Texas Juliet fries.
Yes, I'm gonna get the highest score and then immediately get the lowest score.
And you got ball 3 already. That's what you get for talking shit. Talk shit, get hit.
I wasn't talking shit. I just said I was consistent between the tables, but I don't know if I can be consistent between the balls. And it was like, and then they was like, no, you can't. Immediately.
Yeah. I don't know. This ball could be everything, dude. Got up over the ramp. Didn't quite get up. There you go. There you go. Got up another ramp. Love this drum beat.
No facers! Don't feel sorry for me. I feel sorry for you. Because all you're doing is paying attention to me.
And I'm nothing to pay attention to. Actually, we're everything to pay attention to here at Quicksave Bar and Arcade. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough to watch.
This could be the turn of my high score right here, guys. But maybe I'll just get a few bad ones in here, and maybe I'll get some crazy high score on Godzilla. That's it. To me, he's Godzilla now.
Yeah, Godzilla.
He's just my buddy, Godzilla. What's up, guy? High five and coming in. Whoa, watch your tail. That's a Ming Dynasty vase.
Bought it specifically for you,
If I
asshole.
had a Ming Dynasty vase in here, we would be in a bigger room. I would sell that thing. I like to collect video games, not vases.
Got it, but at sacrifice. At sacrifice.
I worked for a moving company for like a week. It was horrible, just because I don't like to like lift heavy stuff. So I don't know what I was thinking it was gonna be. It's literally that's what you do.
That's all you do. You
But
lift heavy
it was
things
a
and you
horrible
Tetris.
experience because it was like for rich people. So like they were there, like literally the mom, the Karen, was sitting there watching everything we carried and how we carried it, which made it worse. So like I kind of nicked. I mean, and I'm not. I'm actually saying the truth. It barely, like against the outer part of the door, and she fucking flew off the handle. There was no mark on the door. There's no mark on the dresser. There was nothing. It was the fact that it happened was like the worst thing. Like her child could have died in her arms right there, and she would have thrown that child away and been like, "I can't believe my grandmother's dresser hit the side of the outer part of the door." That's when I was like, "This is not for me." And then I carried everything else poorly after that. If you're gonna act like that because that's the type of service you think you're getting, then I'm gonna give you that type of service. You've asked for it, and you got it. And no surprise, we did not get a tip. But I had a tip for her to go fuck herself. That was exactly the tip I had for her. Is that already your ball 3? Oh my god! I barely got through a short story. This is not what I think of as diner music. Like whoever made the soundtrack just is like trying to slide in a few things in there.
Yeah, they're just throwing all the 50s things in there of like, this was popular, right? The kids are gonna love this.
I don't know why
That dude in the center looks like Leatherface.
I was gonna say he looks like George Bush Sr. if he doesn't have the goatee.
So you're saying George Bush Sr. looks like
Well,
Leatherface?
George Bush Jr. now, because he's in his like 70s now. I guess like he looks more like. I mean, he always looked like his dad, but
Yeah.
he looks more like his dad now that he's older.
What about Jed?
I can't see his picture. It's not somebody I've seen as much.
All right, fair enough. His mug wasn't plastered everywhere. That's fair.
What is this ballroom going on? There's some bizarre stuff happening.
Nice little combo there. Yeah, keep it going, keep it going. Nah, kind of quiet.
But I did raise the multiplier.
Yeah, that's true. Better run than I've had. This is definitely a table I'm going to go back and play. I think this is a fun table.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know I've gotten a pretty low score on this. I just haven't been playing very well in pinball tonight. And you know what? That's fine. There's going to be nights where you're hot. There's going to be not nights when you're not. And that's the way it is.
Would you please give to me a hot dog and a root beer?
All right, Apu. Go back to the Quickie Mart. Why don't you give me a hot dog?
Actually, I do want you to give me a hot dog. Hot dogs are delicious. Except for 7-Eleven ones. Those are nasty.
The Quickie Mart ones are probably worse.
Yeah, they're probably way worse. Or Come and Goes.
What kind
Like,
of...
what was that?
I don't know. Sagat was about to walk out or something. That's what it
No
sounded
shit.
like.
Sagat's just rolling up in this place of like, Tiger Knee!
Yeah.
And the Frankfurter.
No, you don't, you fart.
You fart.
Yeah.
You got that one score. You got another ball, don't you?
That was only my
Yeah.
first ball.
Yeah, you can beat this.
I shall have the iced tea and
Just as long as if ball 2 is good.
Today's mystery?
Yeah, start a multi-ball. Let's go multi-ball. But honestly, I've also been shooting for those targets too, so I haven't been looking to make up a high score. I've been looking to get more accurate with my shots. There you go. Ball 2.
What is that, like the president walking out, like to make an address to the nation during wartime? Like, what the hell? That's literally the song I would play coming out.
No, that's the address that he's going into the diner for a burger. And to let everybody know that he's the motherfucking president.
Alright.
Because why the fuck wouldn't you do that? And what's with this music? Of like,
That's the actual music from the table.
why do fools fall in love? I feel you, sister. I feel you.
I'm trying! I don't need your Texas ass telling me what to do. Go back to Texas. Why don't you just become your own country? That's how much I care. You in California can just go do your
Yeah,
own
they can
thing.
go do their own thing. They can fall in the ocean, man. Of like, I don't care for California too
I mean,
much.
I like to be there. Like, I like the beaches. I like LA. Like, it's a great place to hang out and visit. Don't get me wrong. But, like, they're big enough. I mean, literally, a lot of states could just be their own
California's
countries.
GDP is larger than some of the top 9 countries.
But that was at least more consistent. I was in the 5 million range.
Number 1! Let's go. Play me something rockin'. Get up that fucking ramp. There we go. Got the ramp. Got it twice. No, damn it. It's like the luck is against me tonight of like, I get up the ramp twice and then, oh no, we've got to lose the ball. But I'm ready. I'm thirsty. Give me some water. All right. Just 75,000
Yeah,
points.
that seems like the worst of those choices.
Yeah, it does.
Too.
It definitely does. It definitely feels bad, man. And then look at the way it
Yeah,
goes.
that's why they're like, here's 75,000, and guess what? Fuck you.
We're just gonna fucking drain on you up like.
They don't care much for you. Williams, they're not even around to care. Williams employees,
like-
they did a mass suicide. They just killed themselves
Yo,
after
look at
they
the
went.
ball. Look at the ball and what's happening. It's not still at all.
It's because the plunger will do that if it's not over time. The
Okay.
plunger will kind of shake a tiny bit.
Yeah, it'll dribble the ball.
The pedometer or whatever it uses for the.
The pedometer. That seems really wrong.
I mean, no, it's not. You want to know. The
Actually, no. That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair. That's absolutely something you'd want to know. Of like,
There is a pedometer. It's called. You can just look online and
it's called anime.
No, it's called just the sex offender website. You can see who's all around you.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you the those were active pedos. You don't know the current active pedos.
Well, but they have the highest reoffend rate, so you can just assume the past ones are with pretty
Sure.
good accuracy.
I shall have the iced tea and versa.
Yeah, guys, so I'm going to, New Year's resolution, I'm calling it now. I'm gonna get through One Piece by the end of this next year. That gives me 12 months. Nice little combo.
That was 6 in a row. That's the most I've ever gotten on that ramp. Now I got that lit. Gotta get that. I gotta get it. Now I got the ramp again. Got it. I got the extra ball. Ah! See? They knew. They knew
They
what this
felt your
was.
loss. They
Yeah.
felt your loss.
For hitting that ramp 6 times in a row, didn't really give me much of a score.
I'll have the Sicilian fries.
No!
I'll have the Sicilian fries.
Oh, when the sun goes down and there's the
200,000, it's better than the 75,000 Dead got, but I still would have rather had the multi-ball.
Would have given you a better shot at a higher score.
Hurry up, partner.
Ah! All right, multipliers up to 3.
Hurry up, partner. I'll have burger and fries.
Yeah, it's still awesome to see that Game of the Year awards. It was Game of the Year wins by a long shot. Well, not by a long shot. I don't know how many game votes that had gotten it, but Baldur's Gate 3. What a wonderful game that is. That there's so many ways to play it. Your first playthrough guarantees that your second playthrough is not going to be the same. The dialogue choices, the way you discover companions, the amount of items that you can loot and that you get throughout the game. Leveling up feels very, very important, and yet you don't get a lot of experience. It's actually hard to come by in leveling up. But when you do level up, oh my god, is it a difference. It definitely feels like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons in that sense.
Come on! Advanced. Alright, that could be good. I don't know what it is, but you advanced it.
I'm not sure what you're trying to get at, Dark. Tell them not to play L005. That one makes everybody cry. Just like a jukebox? Like a jukebox reference? Oh, lose. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, multi-ball. Here we go.
Short-lived. Ooh. 5% tip. Yeah.
Hey, that's better than 1%. Why do fools fall in love? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's so
it's a
easy to
rhetorical
do.
question. That's literally what the song's about. That's why they're like, why do this happen? Why does this happen? Because it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just because that's just the way it is. That's like, why do the birds sing? Why does that? Why the fuck?
Why does it
Because-
rain? Because it has to.
Consistency. Can see 5 million was my one last time. That was consistent.
Hey.
I played that for a long while, but I think that the problem is that I didn't advance the multiplier early enough. So every time I got those ramps, it wasn't giving me a bonus for them, as high of a bonus. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Right.
the issue was.
All right, got the first ramp.
You got to make sure and advance that multiplier, guys.
Damn.
That's basically what we're trying to do in real life as well. Like when you go to work, you're trying to advance your multiplier on your paycheck.
Exactly. You don't want to do this shit for free or for pennies? It sucks. All right, got the targets. Shoot for the ramp.
I haven't all day.
Michael Parsley. I don't trust that guy.
Here's a presidential walk-in. That's not gonna go up. Oh, it did. It did. All right. I got all the targets again. Center target. Right target. Nope. But I gotta be shooting for those ramps. Andre! Cook those burgers faster. Flip those knobs. Twist those switches. Extra ball?
Somebody, what if there are two of you guys must have given us a follow and we don't, it didn't make a sound
Notifications
for
gonna
us.
come back.
So thank you guys, whoever did that. It didn't show up anywhere, but we were at 307, we're at 309, so.
Nice.
It doesn't say it right here either. Who knows what happened? Who knows in this world, this crazy world.
This crazy world of technology that no one understands. You gotta have a team of people just to...
So this coming up week, it's just me on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing short SNES games. I'm at 41 games. So I need 11 games. I
Damn
feel
it.
like I got NBA Jam for sure, so I'm keeping that one. Wouldn't that be nice if NBA Jam was 52, number 52 for the year?
Yeah.
Music is at 55 with his short whatever he's been playing, Dave the Dork.
He only plays indie games.
Thursday, we're doing some high score roulettes. Saturday, we're back with some pinball, and then we're going to be starting River City Girls 0, which is the hardest of all the River City games.
Really? Fucking really?
And then we're going to play some Christmas games, which there is not a lot of. Finishing up River City Girls 0. Well, I don't know. We may not be finishing it up. Who knows? I don't know. From what I've heard, it's super hard. And this is not. We're playing the English translated version for the Switch, which does not allow us to save whenever we want. So we might have to switch. If it's too hard, we're switching to the Super Famicom non-translated version so we can quick save. Then we're on the 28th, so this is after Christmas. We're going to be playing the absolute worst Super Nintendo games of all time. And then Sunday, the 31st, is our New Year's Eve ultimate super mega every other gigantic word you can think of stream for the end of the year. We're going to be talking about the year in review, what gaming stuff happened, what movie, TV, anime, whatever. Anything that we think's cool that happened in 2023, we're going to be doing a year in review. We're going to be playing our favorite pinball tables of the year and our favorite arcade games and stuff like that as well. So make sure, and then the following Saturday after that, guys, is going to be our very first Racecade. That's the thing. I announced it live on stream that we were going to do it, so now I have to do it.
Yeah. You want? Yeah. Yeah, guys. So I think one of my greatest. So I'm gonna get one out there because I've already talked about it, so it's no surprise. Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix. It is awesome. It is so good. They do such a good job. They do such a good job of keeping it, keeping the Edo period, also known as Tokugawa period in Japan, from 1603 to I think 1809, and they keep it pretty accurate as far as what was going on. The only thing that they mess up on is the fact that the Japanese were manufacturing guns at that time, because there was enough Western people who came and showed them how to make bullets, how to make rifles, how to make guns. And
But it's not a documentary, though.
no, it's not a it's an anime. It's an anime. And
I know. That's what I'm saying. So they can take whatever liberties they want.
Right, but that's if I'm pin picking it, for historical sake, that is the one thing I would say of like. But they do introduce a lot of ideas that if you didn't know about this period in time from Japan, you'd actually learn something out of that that's somewhat accurate, and that's great. You're not going to get it all. Most of the time of like, if you're making a creative endeavor, you're not worried about checking all of the boxes as far as historical context, right? There's got to be.
Nor should you.
Nor should you.
Yeah, you shouldn't unless you're doing a documentary. Like, you have to take creative liberties because usually, you're trying to condense things together or have it fit. It needs to fit the story of your character. So I know a lot. I took a lot of classes as a kid, as an adult, and I spent a lot of time reading about story structure and stuff because how I got into video was through writing. And one of the most important things isn't if it's real. If it makes sense to your characters, it makes sense to the story, you do it. It's when it doesn't make sense to the story, where people shove something in that makes people upset. They're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense and if your characters are interesting enough and your story's interesting enough, nobody's gonna care.
And that's where I feel like this is a win. This is an absolute win on Blue-Eyed Samurai, is the fact that nothing destroys the story. Of like, it doesn't, the historical context does not bog down the story. Of like, it actually flourishes within this, and you're given quite a few characters that are developed, but your main focus is Mizu.
That's that.
I was gonna be clever, but I got too small of ears.
I'm making, so Dad doesn't know this, but I'm making a super cut of the amount of times that he mentions something and says, I know I mentioned this. It's a lot more than, I guarantee you it's a lot more than you think it is. Even more.
Probably.
I'm going to make a big super cut. That's going to be the super cut for our, that should be our best clips should be at the end of the year. No, the super cuts of whatever it is, like ball fails or me losing and fucking games getting pissed off, or
How many
wins and
times I've
losses of
walked away.
NBA Jam. Right, yeah, walked away. I think those need to be our little break ones, because we're going to be taking breaks since it's going to be a longer stream on New Year's Eve. But we should do something entertaining where it's like a super cut of, every time that Dead mentions something that he says, I know I've mentioned this, but, and how many times he's walked away, how many times we both have screamed at NBA Jam, all of our wins in NBA Jam. That's in itself a year in review is NBA Jam. Just that. How many times I literally get so pissed off when I'm streaming by myself, because when I was younger, I've always played games with friends, even single player games. I always had people over. I always went to other people's houses and we'd play games all the time. So a lot of my single player experiences, with the exception of role playing games, was always with a friend.
Right.
So we'd play Devil May Cry, but we would take turns, stuff like that. So I think that's what kept my anger in check of losing, is because I would have time where I could cool down because somebody else was playing the game.
I grew up with the twin brothers,
So you got to have that though too. If you did play a single player game, you guys alternated.
Right.
But when I'm playing games when you're not
when
here,
when
you're
playing
not
fighting games, because that's what our parents gave us. Of like,
Yeah.
hey, that's a 2-player game. This will keep them occupied.
Yeah.
And we were already ornery little spries anyway. So us getting fighting games, that just made us like hyper focus on what we could do in the game. I mean, we started on Tekken 2. Actually, no. That's a lie. We started on Virtua Fighter 2 for the Sega Saturn.
no
And, like,
Virtual Fighter announcement. I was surprised.
Yeah, no Virtua
They said that
Fighter.
there are other titles, classic titles that they didn't announce that are in development. So there was something I heard
We're
about
due
Virtual
for
Fighter.
a Virtua Fighter game. Virtua Fighter is a solid ass fucking fighting
It's
game.
very complex for a 3-button fighter.
Yeah. I think it deserves to be updated to not be a 3-button fighter. I think it deserves to be of like, no, if you're gonna make it this complex, make it 4.
Well, I mean, that's what they did with Dead or Alive 6, is they
That's it.
updated it with an additional button, and that's why DO8, 5, and 6 are my favorite Dead or Alive games, but
Right.
hardcore people don't like it because it's not just the 3 buttons.
Yeah, well, screw them. I mean, it's not like it's getting crazy like Street Fighter where there's 6 buttons. Give me a break. Of like,
Do you hear that, guys? Any of you Dead or Alive haters right now, Dead is calling you out right now.
I'm
if
calling
you
you
like Dead or
out.
Alive 1 through 4, screw you.
yeah, of like 3 buttons. Stop your complaining. Stop your complaining. Street Fighter's got 6. 6.
I think that the difference between, because the direct comparisons for Dead or Alive would be a Virtual Fighter or a Tekken, because they're 3D fighters,
Fair enough.
Right? Just because they're 3D fighters. Obviously, Virtual Fighter is a much even, and this is saying something, because Tekken, some of the characters can be kind of slow and methodical, right?
Right.
Almost all of the Virtual Fighter characters are like that. It's definitely a more chess type of 3D
Right,
fighter.
right.
Dead or Alive's the absolute opposite. It's very fast paced. That's why it works better as a 3-button fighter.
Yeah.
Or even 4.
But I
it
wanna
works
see-
better in that because it's a position game. You're
Right.
chalking position. The early Soul Caliburs were very much that too.
Oh, for sure, I
really
agree
were
with that.
positioning for ring outs.
Right.
For anything. So it's like, oh, what? Astros has this big ass sword? Well, I can just knock you all the way. I don't care how slow he is, because if I can sidestep right and hit you, that could almost ring you out.
Oh,
and I remember like when I had the
speaking about
Dreamcast-
Astrith of like he
need
can
to
knock
be
you out of the
playing
ring with just 2 hits. Of like if you were in the right position, he could just ring you out.
We need to do a Soul Calibur stream too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of people are talking about Dreamcast stuff right now. That's a lot of people are getting at that kind of nostalgic age that they had Dreamcast growing up, and so there's been a big resurgence. Like, will we get a Dreamcast Mini ever? A Saturn Mini, anything like that? I don't know if Sega would do it. I think it would sell. I would love to have. And speaking of that, if you guys had a Sega Dreamcast, what are the games that you... Oh, extra ball! What games would you say have to be on a Dreamcast mini console? Whoa! Dude, look at this! Look at this, guys! Look at the ball! What the hell just happened? That is the most bizarre... Okay, that was all right. But back to what I was saying. What is
I shall have the iced tea and the Frankfurter.
the absolute top Dreamcast games that need to be on a Dreamcast Mini if it ever happens? The original Soul Calibur?
Dreams.
Huh?
Dreams.
I
Has to
think
be on
that they
there.
would stay away from games that have been re-released.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think that Power Stone,
Yeah,
for
I agree
sure.
with that.
Power Stone to me, I wish would have been bigger, because that it has a different feel than Smash Brothers for sure, because it's a 3D arena brawler. I would love, that's going to be when we do have a 4-player stream, guys. Power Stone's definitely going to be in the rotation. I hardly get a chance to play because it's not fun with 2 people. If it's a 4-player game, you can have 2. I mean, it's fun if we were like, I've never beat Power Stone. We went through the story mode because 2 people can do that.
Sure.
But you missed it. The ball drained so hard
I watched it.
that and it dropped into here. Like, how does that even happen?
The joys of software. Oh.
Like doing the Vin Diesel. Every time they have a picture
Yeah.
of Vin Diesel, he's doing that. Also, the comedian I hate the most. What comedian would you say that you think I hate the most?
I can see his face.
I shall have the iced tea and the Frankfurter.
He played in a retail movie. Damn it. I'm
And
sorry.
it's something that a lot of people don't like him, so he's actually parodied it himself, which I'm like, oh, I'll give you credit that people don't like you, so like you were in something where people were making fun of you.
But I can see his face. I can see his face. I can't
Dated a
recall-
bunch of pop star chicks.
I can see his face. I can't see his name.
This is the last of your turn on this, and before we go on to Godzilla, I'm gonna go take a smoke.
All right, guys. This might be a short game. This might be a couple games. But we're in it to win it. Let's go. Do a little pass-a-rooney there. Knock out 2 of the targets. Nope. No save. Aww. No one got any of their burgers because the cook quit. He quit. He quit his line job. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go pull wire for a living. And he made a lot more money
The iced tea and the Frankfurter.
and a lot less stress. Well, that's ball 2 for me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not having any luck tonight on pinball.
Have the iced tea and the frankfurter.
The Frankburger. Dan Cook. Dan Cook. It took me that long to come up with the answer. I could see his face, but couldn't come up with it. But if Mr. Brightside is listening outside, I think that's the one comedian that he hates the most. We'll see when he comes back in. I'm not getting up that ramp. I'm shooting for it. Keep shooting around it. All right, we got up that ramp. There we go. Let's get up that ramp. Let's go for a little combo here. Dane Cook, not Dan Cook. Dane Cook. Let's get that combo going. And I got all the targets that time. Do a little passeroonie.
Do you remember his name yet?
Dane Cook.
Oh no, I do hate him a lot too, but he was overpowered by Pete Davidson.
Oh, Pete Davidson. All right.
Because this, like anybody who has a cover in your movie and you have this on there, is the biggest douchebag. This is the 2020s douchebag. Is this picture doing
It
this?
looks so terrible.
And I think that those are the two comedians that 007 loves, Dane Cook and.
Dane Cook was good for his time, but it didn't.
No, he stole all his jokes.
Really?
Nothing was original. Yes.
So he's like.
That's why you don't
Mencia.
hear from him anymore. It
He's
has
like-
nothing to do with him being a douche. It has to do with the fact that he stole material, and all these comedians came out and said, "Fuck you! I had this joke." They showed videos of where they literally did the jokes from, and Dane Cook just watched a bunch of YouTube videos of other comedians and stole all of their material.
Ooh, that's bad.
That's the
real
that's
bad.
upper echelon douche right there.